Welcome to your Document Manager overview. My name is Mike Connors, and I'll be providing your preview of Document Manager to walk you through the basic functionality of Document Manager in order that you'll be prepared for your Document Manager conversion. All of your supplements that are currently in Matrix will be migrated to Document Manager, and all supplements, attachments, etc. will then be handled through Document Manager. You'll no longer have a reference to supplements per se in Matrix. Everything will reference Document Manager. And Document Manager is a little bit more than your current online document storage utility. Some of its key features and benefits are it's designed to simplify and automate the document-related process. It allows you to upload your current documents, which you can do now with your supplement utility, but you can also fax and email documents in as well. You can bulk upload multiple documents at once if you'd like to. It's one system to manage all types of documents, your listing documents, your closing documents, your mortgage and post-closing documents. It has built-in role-based security that provides secure access to your documents based on the role a participant would assume. And it allows you to manage document revisions and addendums. It supports multiple versions of a single document as needed. For example, contracts as they are signed by different parties. You can view all of the versions of that contract as they are signed, so you can track signatures and approvals and so forth. It's easy to access Document Manager from your Matrix homepage. What you'll see is a new widget in Matrix on the home page. It may be buried in your additional widget, so you may have to drag it out. However, you will have My Recent Document Manager files as an available widget on your Matrix homepage. And what will be contained within this widget are your 10 most recent documents. Naturally, when you're starting out, you won't have anything in here as far as recent documents, but you'll notice that there are 10 file folders here, and you can add documents directly to those particular folders right from your home page in Matrix. And of course, you can open Document Manager right at the bottom of that widget where it reads Open Document Manager. Now again, as I stated previously, Document Manager will replace your supplement links. So all of your references and links to supplements will be replaced by Document Manager links. So for instance, all of your icons that reference links to supplements will be replaced by icons essentially in the same position with links to your Document Manager. Your supplement page, where you'll actually see your supplements currently, that's referenced here at the top of the page. That will be replaced by the Document Manager page, where it's a little bit neater, and you'll notice that all the documents for a particular listing will be framed within the document page and with a reference date as to when the document was uploaded. Again, on your add and edit or your basic input screens, anything that references managing supplements will be replaced by Document Manager. Okay, so it will no longer read Manage Supplements. It'll read something to the effect of Document Manager, create a file, or if there's a file already created, you would likely see Upload Documents instead. Okay, and the way Document Manager handles information, there's a folder that's created for every listing. Unlike your current supplement utility in Matrix, where the individual documents are basically hanging off of the listing number, Document Manager, it's a standalone product essentially, and each listing has its own folder, and the folders are named by address. Okay, so for instance, in this example, you can see it's 3985 Labrador Avenue. That's the name of the folder, and all the documents for that particular listing are contained within the folder. Okay, it's a centralized, secure site for each folder. You determine the access level for each document, who can see it, who can't see it, who can upload that document, who can't upload that document. There's no limit on the number of documents. There's no cap on file size, so you won't have a limitation once you reach 10 megabytes or something to that effect, stating that you can't exceed that number. So there's no cap on file size. You can upload as much, you have as much space as you need. The documents are stored and accessible as long as you need them. And you can also view a list of documents that are not yet uploaded. So, for instance, you could have a list of pending documents for uploading if you couldn't upload them at that particular time. And once again, just to stress, all of your current supplements will be migrated over to Document Manager, and each listing will have its own distinct document folder. And then just to reiterate that point with a basic drawing here. In your current supplement utility, you have a listing number and you see your documents or your supplements listed as PDFs off of there. In Document Manager, when they migrate over, the address of the property will be the name of the folder, and all of the corresponding documents will be listed in that specific folder. Okay, so let's take a look at Document Manager live. This is your test system or your staging system, which we'll be using for the demonstration. You'll notice that, again, here's the widget for Document Manager, and these are the last 10 folders that I've accessed. And I can add a document if I want to right out of this widget for each of these specific 10 folders. Or I can open Document Manager directly here. And again, just want to reiterate, if you can't see it, it may be under your additional widgets, and it's just a matter of dragging it out and opening it. So let's go into Document Manager. What do you see when you go in? Okay, we've got a list of the last 4 folders we've accessed. Okay, we've got a small menu up here, Folders, Create Folder, and Tools. And over to the right, we've got a to-do list, because Document Manager also has an integrated task list or to-do list that you can choose to use or not use. It's strictly up to you. If I want to expand my list of folders, and naturally you're going to want to, just because all of your supplements will be migrating over, and every property that you've got supplements for will have its own folder, I can click the More option, and all of my document folders will appear. Okay, and it's simply a matter of clicking on the address of the property to open up that particular document folder. So I'm going to pick 1, 2, 3 Anywhere, which is my test folder. And this is what the basic folder looks like. And here's how it breaks down. We've got the main menu up on top, Folders, Create Folder, and Tools. Then we've got the address, which is the folder name. And beneath that is the specific menu for 1, 2, 3 Anywhere. A summary, my to-do list for 1, 2, 3 Anywhere, my participants for 1, 2, 3 Anywhere, reports for 1, 2, 3 Anywhere, and administration functions that I can run specific to 1, 2, 3 Anywhere. But this is the summary page, okay, and you'll notice that here is a brief summary of the listing information, which is ported over from the matrix system. And then here are the documents that I've already uploaded under Documents Available to View. And then beneath that, you'll see Documents Pending Upload. These are documents that I want to upload, but I haven't uploaded yet. Okay. Now, initially, if I want to see or look at or view any one of these documents, I can simply click on the link under the Documents Available to View. If I want to see an aerial map, this is not an aerial map, it's just a photograph. I can just click on it, and it will display, you know, this is not an aerial map, obviously, but it's what I uploaded as an aerial map. Okay? If I want to add a new document, it's very simple. There's an Add Document option over on the right-hand side, and I just click on Add Document, and you'll see what my options are for adding a document. Okay, so I want to add a document to 1, 2, 3 Anywhere. There's a list where I can select the document I want to upload, and this is a predetermined list by your MLS. Okay, so whatever's in this list was determined to be here through discussion with your MLS. Now, if there's a particular document that you'd like to upload that is not included in this list, then there's an open category called User Defined, and you just select User Defined and call the document what you want to call it, and then take it from there as far as uploading. Let's pick Commercial Letter of Intent, and just to pick one. And from that point, The next step down would be to verify the access settings. Do I want other agents in my MLS to be able to see this particular document when they access my listing? And if this is checked, then yes, they would be able to see it. If it's not checked, then no, they wouldn't be able to see it. Okay, and there are other settings that I can check over on the right-hand side. And then it's a matter of selecting how that document is going to actually get into Document Manager. Do you want to upload it from your computer now? And this is pretty mainstream. You just choose the file, select the particular file, and then upload that file through Save. And that file should populate as, now my commercial letter of intent is now available under Documents Available to you to view. But I had some other options there as well for add documents, so let's look at those as well. Let me select a different document name. I'll just pick Referral Agreement. Okay, again, do I want other agents to see this particular document when they access my listing? Yes or no, I can check that. We've just done upload from computer now. Another option would be I can print a cover sheet and fax the document in if I so choose. All right, so a little bit older technology here, but you have the option. So if I click on Print Cover Sheet and then Generate Cover Sheet, what will happen is a cover sheet will be generated, and then if I want to fax the document into Document Manager, I just use this cover sheet, I print it out, use the cover sheet, fax it to this phone number, 817-826-0279, that's listed here, and it will automatically assume the position of the referral agreement for 123 Anywhere. And if I want to fax any more revisions of this referral agreement in, then what I can do is I can just continue to use this same fax cover sheet. It's never stale. I can just continually use it, and for however many revisions of this particular document I want to load. So if you want to fax it, then you just print the cover sheet and then fax your document in. So we'll close the window there, and let's look at what other options we have under Add Document. So again, I'm going to select a document name. I'll pick a flat map this time. I can create a placeholder for the document and upload it later. Not sure why you'd be going this far into it and not uploading it, but if you decided that you wanted to load it at a later point in time, you can just create a placeholder, and then it will just be on the summary page at the bottom as one of the documents you have to upload. And then finally, you can email a document upload request to another party. Okay, and if I do that, if I click Next, I'll get a list of the current participants in my this particular folder, 123 Anywhere, so any of these people could actually receive this request, or I could send it to somebody who's not listed here. Okay, and when I send out that request, I'll just give you a quick look at what that looks like when it goes out. Let's see, Document Manager, let's look at a document upload request would look like this on the recipient's end. Looks very similar to the fax cover sheet. Again, it's got the coding on it, just like the fax cover sheet does, but if I want to email the document back, I can just reply to this email, or I can click here and email it back in with an attachment, and then again, that attachment will be assigned to 123 Anywhere for the termination and release agreement. Okay, because that's the document that I requested be uploaded. Okay, so you essentially have three options for having documents uploaded into the system. You can do it directly from your hard drive, you can fax it in, or you can request via email that someone else do it, and then they'll just send it in as an attachment, and it will automatically assume the proper position in the folder with the proper name. And even if someone decided at this point that they wanted to fax it in, that they for some reason couldn't email it, they could actually use this as the fax cover sheet because the coding is on here as the fax cover sheet. Okay, so that's how the documents actually get into Document Manager. So you have a number of options. Now, once the documents are in here, what can you do with them? Okay, well, let's just take a look again at my aerial map. And there's actually 2 revisions of it. Okay, that means that there was a copy of it sent in, and then it's a subsequent date, another version of it was sent in. Okay, so so that's why I want to look at this. So over in the list box to the right, if I click on that, you'll notice I can review the document details. I can send it out for an e-signature. You could email the document. You can add a revision at this point, and it would again take you through the whole add document stage. You can add a comment to the document, the current document. You can check the settings and revise the settings, or you can check what's called the audit log. Review the audit log, and it will tell you everything that's happened with this document since the moment it was created and loaded into the system. Okay? Now, let's just look at document details. And the reason specifically I want you to look at document details is because there's two versions of it. When you store more than one version of a document in Document Manager, it's under document details where you can see the multiple versions. Okay, this is the current version, okay, of what I was calling an aerial map. As you know now, it's just a picture of a brick wall. Okay, there's the current version. Okay, now if I go down below, you'll see I also have version 1, and this is the prior version to it. And if I want to view that document, I just click on View Document, and again, it's an aerial view, but not probably what you were thinking of. It's just another image that I submitted as a faux aerial view. Okay, so we're back on the summary page now. What else can we do? If you look below, I had talked about the pending upload. Remember, you had 3 options for uploading a document, but then there was that 4th option where you can say, I want to delay this upload, I want to do it later. Well, when you do that, the document will be relegated to this batch down below. All right, and at that point, at some point, if you decide that you want to upload a document, then you just click on the document and go through the upload process here. All right, now you can also upload multiple documents as well. So I've selected 4 here. And you'll notice I can add the selected documents here. So if I want to add multiple documents all at once, I can do that. Okay. Okay, you'll also notice too that I've got due dates here. The reason I have these due dates here is, if you might remember from a little bit earlier, I said there was an integrated to-do list or task list. Okay, if you're going to use the task list, you can actually integrate or create tasks for certain documents to be uploaded at specific times. And that's why these particular, the flood map and the gas utilities, the first 2, have a due date listed here, because I have a task list that's created, and on the 6th of January I was supposed to upload the flood map, and on the 8th of December I was supposed to load the document relative to the gas utilities. Obviously those dates have passed, and that's why they're in red, and I haven't uploaded them yet, so they're still sitting here waiting to be added. Okay. Okay, so we can, under the this is the summary page. Okay, so I can add a document here. I can add a document here under the summary option. I can create a document package if I want to. If I want to create a document package, I can bundle any of the existing documents into one document if I want to. You have a to-do list, as I had mentioned earlier, so I can add a new to-do for one. These are specific to this folder, 1, 2, 3, anywhere. Okay, I can add to-dos from a template, so you can create your own templates if you want to of to-dos, or I can edit the current to-do list if I want to. Now, something that you're going to get into that you don't have available to you now with supplements is participants. You can actually open this folder to people other than you yourself, the user. Okay, you can add a buyer, you can add a seller, or you can add an other participant. Okay, when you add a participant, you provide their first and last name, their email address, and then you select a role for them. And these are the roles that are predefined by your MLS: appraiser, buyer, buyer's agent, and so forth. You select whatever role this particular participant should take. And based on whichever role you select, that will dictate which documents they can view and which documents they can add. Okay, now whenever you add or view a document, you can always change the settings to allow this particular participant to either add or view that particular document. Okay, there are several reports: a status report, an archive report, and a folder history report. And then you have several administrative options. You can add a folder admin, and what that means is, with respect to just to this folder, 1, 2, 3, anywhere, if you want to add a folder admin, it's what you're stating basically is, other than myself, who could administrate this folder with the same privileges and power that I have as the primary user. Okay, and then you can also change the folder settings. All right, now that's essentially what you can do within the folder itself for the specific property. Let's just go up a little higher and move up a level to see some of the more global settings. Okay, if I click on folders, again, I can look at my folders. I can close all my folders. I can go to my to-do list, my master to-do list for everything, or I can go to one of my 5 most recently opened folders. I can create a folder. Now, the system will create a folder automatically for you when you add a listing. But what if you're on the buyer side and it's not your listing? So you can create your own folders as well. I can go into tools, and you can see that I have a contact option. Now, these contacts are completely distinct and separate from your matrix contacts, so you would be adding and maintaining these apart from matrix. If you have, I'm sure you have contacts in matrix. So you can add a contact, you can import contacts, or you can export your contacts. As far as folder sharing is concerned, that's actually creating a proxy so that someone can act as you over all of your folders. Okay. If I go to settings, you'll notice I have a number of settings that I can work with. Now, again, that's a real quick tour of Document Manager, and the most important thing for you folks is going to be knowing how to access your folders, okay, and once you're in your folders, how to add a document, and then it's simply a matter, again, of picking the document that you want to add, determining whether it should be seen by others in your MLS, and then determining where you're going to upload that document from. Are you going to do it from your computer? You're going to send it in as a fax? You're going to create a placeholder and do it later? Or you're going to email it out and have someone else email it back into the system for you? Okay? And that's essentially the nickel tour of Document Manager, and hope to see you folks in our class coming up in early February prior to it. So thanks for tuning in.